Welcome to another episode of the Back by Nine podcast. I'm here with a dope ass dude that I haven't seen in years. He's an artist, an entrepreneur, CEO of Vamp Entertainment, and he has his own podcast, which I hope I could be a part of sometime.
Hey, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. I'm excited to kick it with him and get to know him a little better. And the cool thing is that we both have the same name. My man, Joshua October.
Yes, sir. My guy.
Sir. That's a good name, bro.
I know, right? Joshua,
You know what's funny is that growing up, I didn't like my name. Did you?
Really? Well, so Joshua's my middle name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. First name is Chris.
That's a wild middle name.
But yeah, my mom was like, we got to name him Joshua.
That's crazy.
As far as my middle name. Yeah.
My brother's name is Chris.
Really?
So you got Chris, Joshua.
I love that. All the synchronicities. Yeah, I love that. That's powerful.
No, that's fire, bro.
Hey.
And so, how was the trip down here, bro?
It wasn't too shabby. The start off to the day was a little hectic, a little crazy, a little running around, zigzagging, but we made it.
Yes,
Traffic
that's important.
wasn't too bad neither.
Okay.
So yeah, it was kind of like a straight shot, nothing too crazy. Traffic was kicked in a little bit like on our way over here, but
I figured it was, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever been like on a road trip?
Oh, so many. Even when I used to do music and I was touring as an artist,
that's true.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
But I love it. That's the beautiful part too.
When we're on tour, I don't really look at it like a road trip though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still like work. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's like road trips are weird because it depends how you do it and who you're with.
Right. For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that.
You could either get like closer to God or like closer to punch someone in the face. Like, you know what
That's
I'm saying?
a fact, though.
Like, it all depends.
That's a fact. Yep. It comes with different energy. Like
Right.
it's either, if you're in work mode, it's like, okay, it's not, you don't even have the time to just like enjoy like the travel and like the nature out there. And then like,
bro.
if you then you do the road trip, then it's like, okay, you got time to just
you get
like
to sightsee.
sightsee, stop, you know what I'm saying? Take a couple pictures here and there. So I feel that.
I totally agree with that. We're definitely going to talk about the tour stuff in a bit because I feel the same though, because when I was on tour, it's just like nonstop, just like boom, boom, you're here, you're there, but you don't really embrace it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always on the go, just like everywhere, man. Yeah, bro.
And so let me hear a little about you, bro. Like, what's the beginning of Joshua, bro? What's your upbringing like, bro? Where you from?
So shout out to my city, my hometown, Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
My stomping grounds is Dorchester.
That's the city?
Dorchester. That's the city in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah. Literally born and raised in Boston, but just.
I feel like I don't hear the accent.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's funny because like some people will be like, I hear it, but then I don't hear it. And then it just like comes and goes. But I guess it depends on certain things that I say. But for the most part, people be like, oh, you're from Boston? I can't hear an accent. Because they have like a wicked, like an accent song like that. And I just be like, shit.
Dude, I've been to Boston one time and I saw a guy like just shoveling with one hand, bro. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get out.
Boston's different, man. But
that's cool,
like,
man.
I love my city, man. I love my hometown.
How was it growing up there? Like, I'm from New York, so I know it's like similarities, but there's still some differences. Definitely
similar to kind of just like, I would say I was definitely a product of my environment. Like, in Dorchester, it's a rough place, and especially if you go through struggle and you go through, hardships and hard times, like, there's a lot of different areas that like, can be dangerous. And then there's a lot of areas in Dorchester that is good areas, and that's for everywhere we go, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's like that a lot of places.
Yeah, but for me, it was definitely just a lot of trials and tribulations, growing up in Boston, and then just like, just being the creative, like, outer person I was, and just like being so loud.
I was gonna ask, like, were you always like just like a creative kind of dude? Like,
yeah, bro. Like
what were your hobbies in school?
Yeah, man. So I literally, everything was the start of dancing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like dancing like saved my life. Like
some like Chris Brown shit?
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, that ass. Shout out Chris, but I'll beat you in a dance battle. Nah, love.
That's
but
fire.
Yeah, bro. Literally, if you seen me in high school, like you would see me at a corner just crumping, getting buck. Like this was like jerking days.
Yeah.
This was like, skinny jeans, colored hair.
Yes.
But like I really taught myself how to dance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
And this is like you didn't like go on YouTube or anything.
Yeah, but that's how I did it. I really taught myself how to dance just by watching so many YouTube videos. Just studied just dance and watching it. And Chris Brown too was a big influence for me growing up, and he inspired me. You know, in the beginning of my stages as an artist and a creative.
Beautiful.
Yeah, bro. So that was just like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start dancing. I'm gonna really take it serious. And then I got really good at it. You know what I'm saying? And then just a lot of opportunities came. I danced with a group called Status Quo. They were on America's Best Dance Crew. They were the last ones with Jabberwockies. And then I just did a couple of solo things. I did So You Think You Can Dance live auditions. And then,
you went to that?
Yeah, bro. I made it to the live auditions, bro. And I just kept doing the dancing, man. So that's where it started for me. You know, just the dancing saved my life.
Do you think anybody can learn how to dance, or you have to have that rhythm in you, bro? Like that. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Because some people just are not on beat.
Yeah, I want to say both. Like, because even for myself, right? Like, I did not know how to dance.
You were like just trash.
It didn't come natural. Like, you know, like I felt like I wasn't a natural born dancer. You know, like some people just born and they pop out already getting jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? It took me time to like learn that craft, you know? So I feel like if someone takes the time and energy and the patience with themselves to learn something, they can do it.
Yeah,
1,000%.
Bro, I kind of always wanted to learn how to dance, but it was just like, because you know what it was? Like, what year were you born?
93.
93. Okay, we're in that same era. I'm 88. So like growing up, for me at least in New York, if you danced, it wasn't a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of things hindered us to like do what we kind of wanted, you know, because everybody was like, oh, that's not cool. You got to be into like sports or, you know,
or do something else that like makes you look like masculine.
Macho. So there was no like people could sing like R&B singers like. My boys, like some of them were really good singers, but they were afraid to do it because they were like, "No, they're gonna think I'm gay," you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
But I've always kind of wanted to learn, but at this point, bro,
you can do. You can. Nah. You still got it.
I'm 37. I went to the gym the other day, but my knees are fucked, bro. I'm like, I'll do one backflip, it's over. This is the last episode.
Just do one little dance class. I'm telling you, you'll bust out a 1-2 step real quick. I'm telling you, bro. It's never too late.
Hey, man, I guess, man, but you know,
even at your age, bro, that's the prime time. Like we at the prime time stage right now. Yeah,
I do. You know, aside from I'm 37, but I do feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like you know, at least our generation are aging pretty well. You know what I mean?
For sure. That's that's for the ones that take care of themselves, right? Like you got to go to the gym, you got to be taking care of yourself.
While drinking whiskey.
Hey, but you got to have a balance, right? So if you sipping and you go to the gym,
I do.
You on it, bro.
And I'm trying to eat better. I don't drink a lot. I'm more of a social drinker. You know what I mean? I don't smoke. Even though my name is High Life.
Really?
I used to be a real big pothead.
Okay, I was going to ask you, is it like, have you never done it before? Or you just kind of like done it and it was like, all right, I'm good on it?
I was like a...
Stoner?
Yeah, like a Wiz Khalifa video. Like it was like straight wake and bongs. Yeah. Like all you see was bongs in my apartment back in the day.
Yeah. And okay.
It got to the point where it was just like, I was getting too planted. Like I would smoke and I would I'm not an active smoker. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be productive. Like, so the only thing that kind of helped was, since I'm a video director, it helped me come up with dope ideas for videos. But aside from that, it was just like, I wasn't productive, bro. So I had to stop, man.
I feel that though.
Were you ever into smoking or?
So like for me, truthfully, like my smoking journey, like began like maybe about like 4 years ago.
Really? Oh, yeah, so you're a new guy.
Yeah, I'm definitely a new guy.
Sure,
like I hated weed growing up.
Yeah.
And it was nothing against it, but it was something that I was programmed to hate. Like, it was something that I was taught it was bad for you. It's not good.
Okay.
I was put in situations where it was forced upon me. So it was never something like natural that like I got to enjoy and like.
It wasn't a good, happy experience.
No happy experience. Yeah, it had just negative experiences on me. And even when I was, talking to other girls at the time that was dating, it was like, damn, you smoke weed. Like, why can't I find a girl that don't smoke weed? But it was just like, I didn't also really have an open mind to it, since it was so like, it was, peer pressured. And then again, it was looked at like it was bad. So I didn't really smoke until again, like, about 4 years ago, I had went through a spiritual awakening, and then I was like, you know what? let me try and smoke weed now. And now as an adult, let me have my own perspective on this and see how it makes me feel.
And how does it make you feel now? Like,
you
like it? Yes, sir.
I'm toning it down, hey. But here and there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
You're not like the guy that has to wake up to smoke. Or...
No, I can't. No. Definitely, I can't. It's more so when I go to bed. I'll go to bed. I'll light a joint and I call it a night.
See, that was the scary part of my smoking journey is that I got addicted to the fact that if I wasn't high, I couldn't go to sleep. So when I stopped smoking, what I did was I had an alternative and I started taking NyQuil.
I thought you was gonna say edibles.
No. It got to a point where I was addicted to NyQuil. Like if I didn't take a shot of that, I couldn't go to sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was bad.
What kind of weaved you off of that? Like kind of like
you know what? I let me take it back. I wasn't addicted because I feel like I have a very strong mind, at least now. So I'm not really addicted to anything. I guess it was just more like of a habit or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one day I would just like, let me just stop. And I stopped. You know what I'm saying? I have a very strong mind. At least now.
Yeah, you see? That's good though. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes even the NyQuil, that shit can get addicted.
Bro, what?
Yeah,
no, the dreams you have on that shit is crazy, dude. I don't even dream anymore. Crazy. I'm like, damn, should I take a shot of NyQuil? Yeah, bro.
What was the last dream you can recall?
The last dream, bro, honestly, like recently I've been having a lot of wild dreams of just like alien encounters.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've been having a lot. I don't know, it's because of I'm into that type of stuff, but it's just wild encounters.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, dreams are definitely another. It's a portal to another dimension that it shows us different things that's deep on so many levels.
I feel that.
Yeah, bro.
I do feel that.
Yeah.
Dreams are weird because it's like when you sleep, you're kind of like paralyzed, but your consciousness is somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where the fuck is it? Why are you thinking these things?
Right.
You know, it has to be for a reason.
Facts, bro. Yep.
And so when was your first tattoo, bro?
Man, literally, first tattoo was right here on my ribs, and it says, and it was small though. It was small. It says R.I.P. Nana.
Okay.
So that was my first tattoo.
That's like your grandma?
Yeah, my grandma passed away.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So that was first tattoo, literally, and I think I was like 16.
Okay.
16. Yeah.
And that shit was painful?
It was, and then you know what they say? It's like once you get one, it's like you just gotta keep it going.
Let me tell you something, man. Bro, put us together. We look like a fucking children's book. One that's been banned in 12 states.
Facts. No, I'm telling you, bro. It's the creativity. It's like the obsession of just like the feeling of just like expression.
Yes,
you know?
Bro. I feel like it's a like an accessory. You know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
Like women's earrings,
right?
Like that.
Especially for artists and creators and creatives. It's like we gotta express ourselves in like different outlets like that.
I love it.
Yeah, bro. Same. I love it.
I got my first when I was like 14, 15. My mom took me to get my first tattoo. Yeah, it was a tattoo on my back.
Shout out moms.
Shout out to moms, man.
Hell
you know what it was? Because I told them like I always wanted one.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, I'm gonna be the one to take you to get your first.
Yeah.
After that, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I went downhill. Yeah.
No, that's awesome though, because that also does like it's a beautiful thing when like you have like a supportive parent like that. Because like let's say you went somewhere to a grungy basement, you know what I'm saying? Like it could have just turned out so many different ways. Yeah, bro. So shout out moms, because that's awesome.
Moms, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and then I had a buddy of mine that he did tattoos in his crib, and I went to his house literally every day after school and got a new one. So I was like his like portfolio at one point. He would just doing rent, and I didn't even care.
Yeah, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
what was the last one you got? Like,
so I do tattoos now.
Oh shit, for real?
Fuck yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
I gotta do one for you, bro.
Hey, I'm down.
If we have more time, I would have
set something up.
We'll definitely. But so I've been practicing on my legs, so I've done all my leg tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah, literally. I'm just
clean.
They give you like pig skin to practice on, but I'm like, damn, this doesn't feel like a human.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just practice on myself. If I fuck up, it is what it is.
Right.
And I've been doing good, man. I've been doing it for like over a year now. So
okay. Have you tatted anybody yet?
Yeah. I've done a whole tattoo event.
For real?
Yeah. So back in New York, I have me and my guys got a studio called 58 Studios.
Okay.
And we did like a flash sale. So every tattoo was $58.
Hey.
Yeah. And we had a bunch of people. I was in there tattooing for hours, dog.
Let's go. Hell yeah. We're gonna set something up.
Yeah.
Go get some ink.
100%. And what do you think about people that put numbing cream?
Oh, nothing against it. I've never personally used numbing cream,
Fuck that. If you put numbing cream on a tattoo, do not get tattoos. That is crazy.
It stops the experience. You know, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. I don't know. I've never used it. But nothing wrong with it. Nothing against it for those who decides to throw it on there. Yeah. But I'm like, nah, I gotta go raw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm hit it raw.
Yeah, I want to feel it. Yeah, what was your most painful tattoo?
Bro, no. This is funny because the most painful one that I remember, honestly, was the small music notes on the back of my ear. Dead ass, because that still got me traumatized to this day.
I guess
it's right on my bone. And I just remember like being like, oh, like just like in so much pain.
Yeah.
But you know, besides that one, definitely my ribs and my face, like even my forehead though, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, people always ask them, they're like, yo, is the face, is the head hurt? I'm like,
It's not. The eyelids, I will say, it's just like an uncomfortability, you know, because you got to open it, you know. And
so
then
how do they do that? They have to like stretch like
exactly.
Yeah?
They got to hold your eyelid down, stretch it, and then your eye gets watery and shit. And then like you feel the needle in your eye.
You get like swole?
Yeah. My eyes, they get a little swollen. And I was like, damn, did I could just get into a fight?
Yeah, like, no, that's fire, man.
Yeah, bro. So
that's dope. That's dope. So me and you, for the people that don't know, we met back in like, what was that, 2017?
Yeah, it's way back. Yeah.
We met on I was on tour with a singer named David Corey. And you were on the bill, right? So you was performing, and we met in Boston. The Boston show?
Boston and Cambridge.
That was dope, man. How was that tour? How did you get involved in it? And like how was that for you, that experience?
Yeah, I mean that show with David, man. Shout out David. That show
I love David. God damn it.
Yeah, that show was awesome. Like the crowd, the energy was just exciting, and then just me being an artist and just like hungry, and like every time I had an opportunity, it was like I'm about to just demolish it, you know? And you know, did the show with him and just kind of continued to just keep in contact with him throughout the years. And then just from there, you know, I just continued to kind of just like reach out to other artists and try and get more opportunities and reach out to booking agents at the time, you know, because that's how normally artists will get on the bill. It's like they'll reach out to the booking agent that either booked the artist or they'll reach out to the artist directly.
Yeah.
So I reached out to that booking agent, and then, you know, I was able to jump on that bill and open up for David, and it was dope. It was a dope vibe, and then I got to connect with you. And
absolutely, man. Yeah, your energy was dope from the jump. There was a couple of people on that bill. There was another dude from Buffalo, Ballistic. I think he was on that bill. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But then there was a girl too, like a girl with blonde hair. I forgot her name. I don't remember, dude. It was so long ago.
Yeah, it was.
That tour was cool, man, because we were fresh off of a European tour. So we went to Europe and we performed out in like Germany, Amsterdam. Like it was a dope tour, man.
Yeah.
Like everything was sold out.
Oh,
and then we came back home, we chilled for like a week, and then we did the East Coast tour. So that's when we were in that tour. That's when we
connected, in Boston.
Yeah, that was super dope, man. And so what got you into like the whole music career, like the whole music route?
You know, like, so after I got Dancing Down under my belt, and I was like, I bet, like, I got this. Like
you mastered it.
I mastered it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the way I feel, bro.
Like spider flip. Like mastered it. Bam.
Like
you know?
There's nothing else you can do.
I was like, okay, let me try music. You know, because again, I was such an outspoken kid where I was just like, I love to express myself through creativity. Yeah. So I was like, all right, bam, I got the Dancing Down pack. I was like, let me try music. So I start making music, and everybody was like, yo, kill yourself. Yo, for real. They were
what was the initial vibe that you were going for? Like, were you rapping?
Like, MacBook recorded, like no engineering, like, you know, just GarageBand, dead ass, like just starting it off, just like, ooh, it's cringe, you know? Okay. So, and then that's
people weren't vibing with it.
They were not vibing with it. They were like, you know,
wait. Where'd you get your beats? Did you go like on LimeWire or some shit?
LimeWire, oh my God, and then YouTube. YouTube and LimeWire. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild,
right there. Yeah. And yeah, bro, people were like, yo, you ruined your career. Like, damn. You know, like you should have stuck with dancing. I was like, damn.
And this is prior Joshua with no tattoos.
Yeah, this is like barely any tattoos. This is like high school days, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still in high school. I'm still being an artist, still exploring. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use that as motivation. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to use that to like let people know that like, it don't matter what you say or think about me.
Fuck what people say, dude.
I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do it to the best of my capability.
And that's crazy that you thought like that at that age. Because a lot of kids will get discouraged.
Yeah, no, that shit fueled me.
Oh, God.
I was like, bet. I was like, you going to see. You going to see. And
so you started working on your craft.
I started working on my craft, man. And as just time progressed, I got so many more other opportunities where I got to open up for like Machine Gun Kelly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Waka Flocka.
Now, how did that all evolve from when you first started?
Yeah.
And to those opportunities? Like I've seen like you've been on tour with a lot of people.
Yeah,
A26 and shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
how did this happen?
That's legendary.
Do you have like a booking agent or like what the fuck?
Bro, literally that was all me. That was all me. I was doing everything myself.
Like you would reach out to these people?
I would reach out. I would email. I was my booking agent. I was my manager. I was my promoter. I was everything you can think of. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it so bad.
were you the type of guy that was like, email my people or let me talk to my people and then we'll get back to you.
Yo, low key, that was me.
And you're the people.
And I'm the people. Dead ass. I did it. Dead ass.
But that's dope.
And I was
fuck?
like, tunnel vision. I was like, I'm gonna make it happen. And
at this point, obviously, your music was, you found like your lane.
Yeah, at that point, where I got presented those opportunities, that's kind of when like years later started to pass by, junior in high school, like junior, senior year is just kind of like when I started to like really start to like make some noise with my music and like do some other big opportunities.
Okay.
So, once I like felt like, okay, bet like, I'm a music artist. Like that's what I'm doing for the rest of my life.
You fell in
like,
love with that.
I fell in love with it. And like, again, like dancing saved me. And then music was just like another thing that I was like, this is my purpose. Like this is, I'm supposed to be a music artist and nothing's going to tell me and stop me otherwise, So once I even got the tattoos, I was like, I'm an artist. Like tap me up. Like let's go. No corporate for me.
Dude,
like,
what? Bro, let me tell you something, man. We'll get to the entrepreneurship later in the pod, but once I started, here's the thing, like once, and you probably feel the same way, once I started getting tattoos on my hands, on my face, I'm like, I have to do what I'm doing right now.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
There's no going back and working at Chase or,
facts,
shit
bro.
like that.
And it motivates us too.
100%.
Like it pushes us so much. 100%. It's like,
I love it, bro.
Yeah, it's like there's no going back. So it's like just pushing you forward because it's like, again, no regular corporate job for you. Looking like
bro.
that. You don't get accepted in that type of career field. You get judged and
listen,
so
man. Oh man, we'll get to that.
I'm like, nah, man. I'm a music artist. So I started going crazy with the music and just the promoting myself and reaching out to people and just going crazy.
And at that point when you were, going on tour with these artists and did you have a solid project out or just singles that you were kind of like pitching to people?
Both. So I had some singles, and then one of the tours that I had went on, with Justina Valentine from MTV's Wild 'N Out. Shout out Justina. I had a project I already put out at that time, and then when I was on tour with A26, I had a project already that I put out, an EP.
That's so fire.
So yeah, I was doing the EP, but then beforehand, and when I was like opening up for like Machine Gun Kelly, Waka Flocka, August Alsina, those were singles.
Okay.
Those were all singles. I had no projects out yet.
Okay. So you would go out there and perform like a couple records?
Just my records. I had actually like a show mix. So I created my show mix on GarageBand, added my sound effects, my special effects, and like 15-minute set. I even incorporated my dancing with my music. So I was killing it, I was killing it.
Yeah. And this is all like, you have like all this like film. Did you have like a camera guy?
Yeah, bro. I have all these videos. I had a camera guy and I have a lot of these videos too archived on my YouTube channel. So it's all private. Nobody can see it. I had it all up on my channel, but as time progressed and things changed and stuff like that, it's in the archives, but I still got the film,
I love that.
Yeah, bro. Okay. You got to have the memories.
All right. So real quick, we're going to do I'm going to hit you with some rapid questions and you just answer whatever comes to the top of your head, okay? All right. What's your go-to snack in the recording studio?
Oh. So when I'm with my artist and he's in the studio, I'll say, honestly, like now I'm really a health conscious guy. So
are you?
Banana, water, fruits.
Okay.
That's it. Like
Got it.
Fruits or organic gummy bears.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, bro.
Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
Listen, we never went to space.
Yes,
that's a whole conversation. That's another conversation, but
bro, that is a whole other conversation because do you believe that we're on a flat Earth?
I will say to an extent, yes. I do think we're on a flat plane.
Yeah, I don't believe we ever went to space. We never went to the moon. That was all shot in my studio. Yeah.
That shit was green screen.
Green screen like a motherfucker.
All fucking prepped, organized, and constructed.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I do believe that.
We've been brainwashed 100%. Our entire lives, but that is another topic.
No, facts. But he's on it.
Listen, all right, so what's the dumbest thing you ever believed as a child?
That's a good question. The dumbest thing I've ever believed as a child, I would say,
like something your mom might have told you or anything.
Damn. I would say. Okay, so this is like child stages, like the boogeyman in your closet type days, or like when you were in trouble and like she counted to 3 or something like that like really scared me.
If she got to 3,
that was like an ass,
right?
But like it was definitely like the boogeyman in the closet, or something under my bed, like you couldn't even sleep with your leg hanging, right? Not my feet past my sheet, like I had to cover my feet, all that.
I feel like I still do that. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody better than me.
I feel, facts.
I feel like for me, there was one that always came to my head. But do you remember like driving with your parents or whatever, and they always said if you turn the car lights on, it was illegal?
Oh yeah, and then you'll get pulled over.
What the fuck was that about? That's not illegal.
I do remember that.
Like,
what? That's crazy.
Yeah, why did they say that?
I know, it's so funny now that you think about it. Like when we think back at like growing up and like certain things that was told to us, it's like, damn, they were just really trying to scare us and shit.
Like why?
Like
turn it off, it's illegal. I'm like, wait, okay.
I know, right?
Like I'm afraid to turn it on. I'm
like, okay, we're gonna follow the rules.
Yeah, bro, you got it. So crazy.
I remember that. Oh shit.
Okay, what's one thing society glorifies but it's actually toxic?
I would say propaganda. A lot of things that are spread through social media, whether it's false news, false narratives, everything like that. It gets essentially glorified because like you cannot not see it or come across it, you know? So it's like things like that, I feel like is just, it's like,
it's
just
so easy to make something look worse than it actually is on social media.
Facts. Or even just like create this false narrative of something that's not true and then push it out to people and have them think it's true or believe it based off of like, fear tactics or control tactics and stuff like that. So that's,
I feel like, it's so easy to control people, bro.
Yeah.
It's so easy to control people.
Seriously.
Like all jokes aside, like, what do you think about like humanity right now? Like, what do you think about like how we are as a people?
Honestly, bro, I think people just need more peace and love in their life. Like there's just so much toxicity going on and a lot of negativity, and a lot of us are programmed and still programmed, and they haven't woke up from the Matrix.
Zombies walking around,
bro.
Dude.
Like just straight programs.
I feel like we have all this information now in 2025?
2025.
Oh my God, I don't even know what year I'm in. Bro, we have all this information, but no wisdom.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're all just like zombies and like super
zoned
disconnected
out.
with like life, real life.
Facts. And just like in history, it's like people know only certain things, but they don't know like the roots to the extension of like how far back this earth is, and like the indigenous been like here before Columbus came here. There's just so much deep factual things that like people aren't just like really in tune with, and
it sucks, man. I feel like that there's an agenda for sure. they don't want people to, because think about it. In school, they teach us shit, and we think that that's the real shit
right, yeah,
of life.
Yeah, like it's right.
Like
right.
we have to, like we grow up listening to all this stuff that they teach us, and it's like, oh yeah, this is correct. And then when you get older, it's like, hold up, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And you start to study shit on your own.
And you should. And most people should do that. You know, you should question everything because there's a root to every truth.
Yes.
And you know, and that's what it is. That's the world that we live in nowadays. Yeah. Like the government has to keep everybody controlled and brainwashed and manipulated. If not, they don't make no money.
Yeah.
You know, and two, if they don't, then they have no power and control.
Yeah, no, that's how it is, man.
You know,
and there's definitely like you know, like a false sense of like like connection with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, like social media gives the illusion that we're connected, but we're really not because there's no in-face interactions anymore. There's no vulnerability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the greatest thing why I do this podcast because I get to sit down with motherfuckers face to face. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, more interaction for sure.
More interaction.
Because social media just has like that way of disconnecting people. It's like,
God.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
like
be like,
someone, but
I have 30,000 followers, but it's like, you're alone as hell in your crib.
And you're miserable and you're sad and you know, it's like, or you're just a person who just hates people or you're negative or, you know, and it's like you going out there and socializing or talking to other people. It's like, it's so important.
It's super rare.
It's so important to do. And people need to do it more, you know, because again, like even when we were growing up back in the days, like
I loved it.
It was all like intimate, like connections, like, you know, you met people.
Like you had to go to your boys' crib to play video games.
Yeah, facts.
There was no online.
Yeah,
like,
bro, that wasn't a thing.
I missed that shit.
We had some good times.
Fuck, bro. Like the manhunt days.
Yo, the manhunt days. Yes, like
kids don't do that no more.
Water balloon fights, all that. Like,
you know, and you have kids?
No kids.
So it's
not
like,
yet, at least.
Okay, good. Touche. Wait, so I mean, yeah, the fact that you came this far with no kids that you don't know of, you've been on tour. You probably got a little Australian somewhere.
Oh my God. Let's hope not. Nah.
But yeah, like so, like with my kids, like I try my best to like have, you know,
how many kids you have?
I have two.
I
have a daughter and I got a son. My daughter's, you won't believe it. My daughter is turning 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my son is 16.
Wow. Okay. Beautiful.
And I try to, you know, teach them shit that I wish I could homeschool them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was hard. Like, you know, because I had two different baby mothers, so it was very hard. You know what I'm saying? To like kind of like conduct everything.
Right.
But if I wanted, I would definitely homeschool them because I feel like I could teach them things that they really need in life than what a school can teach you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like school teaches you to be a dumbass, bro.
Facts.
Like it's we're taught to like survive and not think. You know what I'm saying? It's like from work to school, and then like and like we're the system trying to trains us to like obey, perform, and that's like, it, and like not think.
Right, not think. They like, you know, they push out employees. You know, they want you to be an employee.
Work for somebody else.
Work for someone else. They don't want to teach you about entrepreneurship. They don't want to teach you about being your own boss and escaping the rat race. They don't want to teach you that stuff.
I don't think school needs to be that long. Like from when you're in kindergarten, what are you, 5? So when you graduate high school, you're 17.
Yeah.
I don't think you need that much schooling. Teach me some mathematics. Teach me English. Teach me the basics.
Yeah.
And then teach me about business. Teach me about, bro, I didn't know shit about like taxes and shit.
See, that's,
like,
that's the thing. They need to do a better job in the system, but it's like, that's just like how the system has been built for us. And it's like, damn. That shit's whack.
Yeah, dog. That shit is whack. Crazy,
you
bro.
know, because those things are so important. Like, you know, those essentials, like learning about taxes and like how to certain business skills, or again, like they entertain you and they push you out of the way of like allowing you to think for yourself and like critical think and like they like, you know, they like give you all these entertainment things and like they give you all these things that's like irrelevant. There's like, how am I going to apply this in like real life? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, man, school, high school, it's like, all that.
It felt like it was like a babysitter for your parents at one point. You know what I'm saying?
When you think about it, They kind of are. And you know, if you even think about it even more too, some teachers don't even know what they're teaching.
Bro, I had a math teacher in 10th grade. The motherfucker got fired because he didn't know shit. Like he didn't even know math. Bro, what? It was bad, bro. Like he was trying to teach us and he would be like, hold on one second. And he would look in the book and like try to like learn it.
Oh my God.
It was bad, bro.
That's crazy. And it's like, yeah, these teachers, you know, and not all of them, right? But like the teachers who, again, don't know what they're teaching, and they're part of the system. So they're part of the program, and they're not questioning anything. They're not, you know, they're just doing their job. You know what I'm saying? And like the importance of like real skills to like know outside of school is so important. It is so important.
It's so important. And they lack that because like we're learning a bunch of bullshit that we're never going to use in real life. Mm-mm. Like certain, like, all right, math, cool. Teachers like
of course, like math, definitely.
But the essentials. When it gets to like
timetables,
algebra, you never go to a corner store and be like, okay, A square. Like, bro, what the fuck? Bro, I don't remember nothing from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did they had to suffer and learn that shit?
Yeah, literally, it was.
I cheated my way through high school.
Bro, me and you both. I listen, and you know what? Because I remember this one teacher. He really, really helped me.
And thank God.
Shout out.
I had one too.
I don't really want. Shout out, Mr. Murphy.
Mr. fucking Murphy, bro.
Because he really, really like helped me. I had like a special plan. So you know, I had special classes where you know they kind of like had to read things extra to me.
Wait, you was in a like special ed class?
This was high school. Yeah, special ed class.
Wait, why?
Yeah, I had a learning disability.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Like my like literally my upbringing too was like complete opposite.
But you weren't the kid that went to the bathroom and like took a piss with your pants all the way down. No,
okay.
You weren't that type of special ed.
No, not at all. Not at all. I just really had a difficult, hard time learning things and like comprehending, understanding. Okay. Like test quiz was not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like all that was just not it for me. Like school was not it for me, bro.
But you graduated high school?
I finally graduated after my fourth high school I went to.
Damn, we're very similar. I went to like a couple high schools too, bro.
Yeah. Finally went to my fourth high school, got my GED. I made it happen. I got my diploma, walked across that stage and like.
And let me ask you, what does that diploma do for you right now?
Not a damn.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Not a damn thing.
Bro, I've never been asked, in my expertise, bro, I've shot music videos for celebrities. And they've never been like, let me see your high school diploma. Bro, my man, look at my videos. Look what I can do. Bro. I can show you what I can do.
Facts. It's crazy because that's the illusion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the system that makes you think that you got to have these things under your belt to be successful or be a high, you know, high end of success at something, you know, and then it's false reality because that's not true. You know, a piece of paper don't make you.
No.
They nothing like
nowadays,
knowledge and applying it and, you know, having the skills to like do something and make it happen. That's what's gonna like, you know,
like I'm pretty sure like you're more qualified because of your experiences than somebody that has that paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, bro. 100%. Experience is the number one key to everything.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you started your own entertainment company, Vamp Entertainment, right?
Entertainment.
So let's talk about that and what's under that umbrella, bro. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, man. So Vamp Entertainment is an arts and entertainment company. Mm-hmm. You know, we throw concerts. You know, we book artists and celebrity headliners, artist management, tour management.
Wow.
You know, we even help brands that are established or getting ready to launch. So as far as like social media marketing, advertisement, graphic designing, we literally have like every pocket that you can think of in the entertainment aspect. So it's been a journey. You know, it's been a journey being a business owner. And it's funny because like Vamp gets associated with like vampire, like, you know, like
so what's the name? Where'd you get that from? Is it because of that or
no? So okay, so you know how I got Vamp was basically This was something that like me and my dad always talked about. Like me and my dad always talked about him wanting to like open up a nightclub, start an entertainment company. He was an entrepreneur himself. He owned a whole home improvement company for like 25 plus years, right? Wow. So, you know,
dope.
Yeah, the conversations me and him were having, and You know, it was just like, okay. And what ended up happening was he transcended. So when he passed away, I took,
man, rest in peace, bro.
Yeah. Rest in peace to my pops,
and
man.
Don't mean to cut you off, but I'm excited that your dad was in your life, though.
Yeah, man.
Because not a lot of people have that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Like, yeah, man. Literally, a lot of my skills that I have on the business aspect was just watching my dad always in the office and grinding and waking up early and seeing all that and like
very important.
Yeah,
I feel like a father figure is very important in life.
It is. It's extremely important, and you know, he it's like we need those parents, you know. So it was just something that was like, you know, we talked about it a lot, and you know, once he transcend, man, I was like, it's time to take all my years of experience as an artist and transform it into a company, and that's what I did. I brought Vamp Entertainment to life, and Vamp Entertainment was like something that he wrote down in a notebook. So he had like a notebook of like notes, and like I have all that stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna make it happen. And Vamp is like abbreviation for very amp motivated people.
Oh God.
So it's like, you know, we passionate, brother. We passionate. We love what we do.
I love that.
And that's the beginning of the journey. That's how my company, you know, came to life. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Pops.
Love
man.
you, Dad. Yep.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah, bro. It's been
that's super dope.
A beautiful journey.
So aside from so you also manage artists, right?
Yeah. We do it all, man. Literally, right now I'm managing an artist. He goes by the name of Levante. Been working with him for like about 3 years now. Super versatile artist. But I'm very picky on choosy on who I like to, you know, put my time and energy.
I was
you got
just
to, bro.
gonna say that. Let me tell you something. Our life is this. We have one life.
Facts.
So the people that you put in that motherfucker, it better make sense.
It gotta be worth it, and it gotta make sense. 100%, bro.
Nah, I mean, the guys that you came with today, the vibes are good. I feel the good vibes from them. So I know that you're doing the right thing.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, man. And so it's just really creating something that's gonna just be more than a company. You know, it's an experience. You know, working with the company. Because, you know, the industry doesn't really have the best of, you know, a lot of people have bad experiences, whether it's with labels,
you
managers,
shelves,
you know what I'm saying? You get shelves.
All that stuff.
So it's like, you know, when you come across individuals, when you come across people who love what they do, they're genuine, they're passionate, you feel the energy, and that's a magical feeling. So that's what we love to do. We love to create that magical feeling. It's a company that makes you feel connected, for sure.
And so right now, currently at this point, are you still, aside from being a business owner and managing artists, are you still also doing music yourself?
No.
Oh, so you completely kind of stopped that and kind of focused on the business part.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time
you sat in a booth?
It's been years. Yeah. Other than when I'm going to the studio with my artists, but
do you ever like chime in and kind of help with like, yo, stay like this, or like?
Of course, definitely. You know, I'll give my input, my feedback. But yeah, no, I haven't made any.
How long
music.
has it been since you recorded something?
Years.
What?
Like 5 years, if not over a little bit more than 5 years.
Do you ever want to get back in it?
I definitely am.
Okay.
Not as a music artist though.
Like a songwriter or something?
Just kind of more so. I'll just do random features.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do random features, but hardly, like vaguely, like, you know, not even. I don't even want to put too much energy behind that, honestly. So it would be like just like pop up.
You have your faith on your artist, you know what I'm saying?
Like I would do my collaboration with him.
Beautiful.
And like there's talks like we're gonna do something together. I'm gonna jump on one of his records and we're gonna do something together. But
you know, weirdly, nobody really knows about this unless you really, really know me. But I used to do music back in the day.
Really? What type of music?
No, I used to be a rapper. Okay. So that's how I got into like the whole. All right. So this was years ago, like in high school, like kind of like we have very similar experiences. Mm-hmm. So I was into the music thing. I would, you know, record music and like put out songs. But then one day I had bought a camera, my first ever camera.
What inspired you to get into music though?
I'm from New York, so it's kind of like in you, you know what I mean? Especially when you're in school. I feel like high school is like battle rap was a big thing. So it started with battle rap. So I would always like write a little song for a motherfucker that I thought wanted to battle me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I got something ready just in case.
In the pocket, we ready. Let's go.
So I would always like, it started with battle rap, and then me and my cousins would always like, you know, create songs and You know, I had a good time with it. I'm not gonna lie. I had a very good time with it. The music was good. But then, so I bought a camera and I was like, I'm gonna record my own shit, do my own photos.
Okay. Yep.
And I did it for a little bit, but then I was I was working with my dad at the time, and that was the only job I ever had, working with my dad. And I was with him for like 11 years, and then while I was working with him, I had this camera, and not this one, obviously. But my first ever camera, and then my boy, shout out to my man Diego. He was a club promoter in New York.
Okay.
And he invited me out to the club one day, and I went. And I was sitting down, I was just drinking. I was like, fuck, I was thinking, I'm like, yo, how can I make more money, bro? And I looked around and I didn't see a nightclub photographer that night. So I was like, I told him, like, yo, bro, let me take pictures for your nightclub. And he was like, you know what? All right, cool. Start working for me. I was like, bet. And I started doing that.
Wow.
So I was a photographer at first.
Okay.
So I was taking pictures at the nightclub. And then I got so good that other promoters were hiring me. I was literally working like multiple days a week while working with my dad. So it was a crazy schedule. And then this one white guy was like, hey, you should shoot my music video. And I was like, bro, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't know how to do it. I'm going to fuck it up. And he was like, nah, just do it.
Yeah.
So me and there's another director in New York. His name is A1 Vision.
Okay.
He was like, we were both working together at the time as photographers, and we were like, and I told him, I'm like, yo, some guy wants a video, and we did it, and literally, bro, like I fell in love with the process of creating a video. The next day, we sold all our photography shit and just started buying video stuff.
Really?
And just learning. Yeah. Wow. And then like 13 years later, I have my I've had my production company for that long now.
Wow. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Literally. That's like
I loved it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to find that thing in life that you just fucking love, bro.
Yep. It speaks to your soul. Like that's literally, a part of your like soul purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like listening to a song and bringing it to life is my thing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. That's heavy.
Yeah.
So would you say would you ever get back into a song or two? Or would you, or are you like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on this side.
I'm probably good. But if the
some ad-libs, you know, maybe some background vocals on the right track.
I guess if the moment it feels right, and I'll probably just do like one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With the right artist, the right engineer.
Right. Yep. Okay,
but I'm not gonna lie, like that was a cool part of my life. You know what I'm saying? I had a great time recording music. I had like fucking 400 songs recorded, dog. It was crazy. Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing too about making music is like that's also another way of just expressing yourself. It's like storytelling, whether you know it's the stuff we've been through, like hard times, good times, like what you're gonna do.
It was like a form of therapy at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I get that. I get
so
that.
That's what it was, man.
I love that though. That's awesome. Man. Now look at fast forward. Look at you now.
Look at us.
Yeah, we here.
Yo, bro, so I wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
Walk me through. You found some like a $50,000 in bonds in a couch.
Oh yeah.
Walk me through that. What the fuck? How did that happen?
Yeah, bro. So literally at my my old house in East Boston, there was this old dresser upstairs in a bedroom.
You just moved into that apartment or something?
No, so I was literally actually like the property manager, and I was staying in that property, and it was 2 floors, and I was renting it out. You know, I had a whole bunch of roommates, but that specific furniture piece was there like before I moved in.
It was just there.
It was there. It was like literally in the closet, tucked away. And as like because the building was gonna end up getting knocked down, so this was like the time that I was moving out. I was gonna get ready to move out, so I was just getting rid of a lot of things, and I'm going through this dresser. I'm just taking off the shelves.
Oh, it was a dresser?
It was a dresser.
Oh, that was a couch.
No, dresser.
Okay.
Yep. Dresser. I'm opening up each drawer, and I see this white envelope, bro. I see this white envelope, and I'm like, please let it be money. Like, give me the dollar bills. And it's savings bonds, and I'm like, hold on.
What did it look like? Like, I don't know what is a savings bond? What is that?
It looks like a check, but like it tells you like how much money is on the side of it.
Okay.
And it's like it's literally, it looks like a check. and it tells you how much money is on the side of it.
And like the owner and everything?
Like the name of the person, you know, and it had like this face on it too. I don't know what face was on the savings bonds, but it was it looked very historic. So it was a very old savings bonds. And I was like, damn, I'm like, wait, what is this? And it was like 4 of them, I think, in there.
What?
Yeah, bro. And I was just really trying to like figure out like, what do I do with this, you know? But I think I was like, all right, the most important thing to do is just try and give it back to the person it belongs to.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's like, what can you possibly do with that if it's not under your name?
You can't, unless like I was like, I'm about to flee the country and change my name and you disappear.
Not
you never hear from me again.
Not
like
worth it.
Now I made it, you know.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, and like that's not something that like. I wouldn't even want to do something like that. Like, so I'm like, you know what?
So you reached out to the person that was on the thing?
Yeah,
how'd you contact them?
I was trying, bro. Literally Google. I was searching up the name on it and everything. I was calling different places. Like, I was getting nothing. And I was like, damn, but I'm not just going to throw this away, you know? Yeah. So what I ended up doing was then just reaching out to a whole bunch of news. And
they kind of figured out who it was?
And they helped me.
I feel like they got like a special website.
They got some.
They got some, right?
Got some ties.
Find some motherfuckers,
For
right?
sure, because they helped me within a couple weeks. Yeah, they found one of the family owners, because the specific saving bonds, that person, he passed away. It was so long ago. So it was like after like 2 maybe, or I think 3 generations later. Yeah, it was.
But how did that get in there and like left behind?
I don't even know, bro, because like when I moved in, like that dresser was already there. And then when I was getting ready to go and just cleaning out and everything, like it was still in there, you know? So I was like, I don't even know. It's crazy how things just like.
And who did it get? So who did you end up giving it to? Like somebody like a relative?
A relative, yeah. So Fox 25 News picked it up. They helped me reach out to They reached out to the family. They set up a day and time for us to meet. And then like me personally handed over.
They had like the camera guys there.
Camera guys set up and everything. You know, we did
the scenes and everything.
They're
like, we got a story, boys.
Yes.
You helped them out.
I was like, let's go, you know, give it back to its rightful owner. Like, you know, it's like, that's what I would want someone do for me, you know.
And she was appreciative, I'm assuming.
Yeah. She was very, very appreciative, and you know, gave me a little something. But
okay.
Yeah,
Thank God. I was gonna say, like, if she would just like, thank you, and then walked away.
I know. I would have been like, hold on. Give me that shit back.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
But no. Yeah, she was super sweet, super nice, and you know, gave me something. So I was very thoughtful too. So
yeah, no.
But I wanted to just make sure, that you know, because I would want that to come back to me. You know, I would if I lost something like that,
dude.
You know, like
I have a
universe,
story.
You know, full circle.
One day I was with my kids at a park, and I had this was when I was working with my dad.
Okay,
and I had just got paid, and he would pay me in cash.
Okay.
So I had just got paid. It was like $800, and I had it in my wallet. So I'm at the park with my kids. I'm at a bench, and I had these fucking shorts that had short pockets, right?
Yeah.
So I buy them a little icy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I put the wallet back in my pocket, and I'm sitting on the bench watching them play around. And then I get up, and I guess the shit slipped out of my pocket, and I left, whatever. And then I finally realized that I lost my wallet, and I'm like, fuck, dog. Like, you know, I'm working for a paycheck at the time.
Yeah.
And they ended up, you know, going back to my apartment and leaving the wallet in my mailbox.
Oh,
they took all the money, and they were like, oh, this is all I found. They left a note. They put, this is all I found. I'm like,
but and everything else was in there though, like the ID, the credit cards.
Yeah.
Damn.
But the cash was gone.
The cash was gone. No swiper, no swiping.
Damn, bro.
But no, that was nice of them. Like, I mean, you know,
to at least do that. Yeah.
To at least give the wallet back. You know,
to lie.
Yeah, that's trifling.
This is all I found.
That's trifling.
Right.
Like, damn.
But you know, karma's a motherfucker, man.
It is. What goes around, bro.
I'm excited that you did do that. The right thing in that situation.
In fact,
you know what I'm saying? That shows a lot about you as a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you. It's important, bro.
So let's say our tomorrow, our line of expertise disappears. Where would you want to like apply for a job?
That's a great question.
Like, what would interest you?
Damn. Okay, how about graphic designing? Like, would that count, or it can't be no
fine.
form of?
All right, you know what? No. No form of like
creativity. No form of creativity.
Artistry. Like this, like a regular fucking job. Like, what would you want to do?
Regular.
Yeah, dude. Like a regular motherfucker, bro.
That's a great question. Damn.
And don't say OnlyFans because we're full.
Hell no, definitely not OnlyFans. No.
Has that ever crossed your mind?
Hell no.
Okay.
No. Nothing wrong with it though. Shout out to those who get yours how you get yours. But
some people are making hella money.
They making the bag for
solely
sure.
Selling pictures of their feet. So it's like
I heard that though.
What?
Like like and I heard now it's not like only for like again, like you can it's not only used in that like sexual way, but like it's different form now. But like okay, shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Hey, they're making money.
Right. Okay.
But, so what would you want to like?
I think maybe damn, this is hella random, but I'll say a swimmer instructor.
Oh, okay.
Like a
That's random.
A swimmer instructor.
Okay.
I love to swim. I like to swim.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. Like, you know, like maybe being like a lifeguard or like maybe do like personal classes and teaching kids how to swim, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't mind that.
I could have you. So I'm assuming though, you never went and tried to apply for a job, especially now.
No, I mean, I definitely have, but
looking like this,
I know, right?
No.
Imagine. No, but bro, I'm telling you, because like, you know, it's just like judgment. They like look at you walk in something and it's like, bro. They're like, ay, Dios.
Yeah, they think that we're the worst.
So, no, I work side gigs, bro. Like, I like a lot of my energy and time does go into my company, but then I also do side hobbies and side gigs. So, you know, that whether that's security, whether that's helping out other brands, like with the social media stuff. So like different side gigs that I do, but it's mainly like security and like arts and entertainment stuff.
Do you feel like you ever get judged by the way you look or no?
1,000%.
Do you?
That's what the world is programmed to do, unfortunately, is judge someone based off the cover of the book without reading the pages first.
Yeah.
You know? It's sad too. It's like, you know, but
I don't know, weirdly, bro, like for me, at least in my experience, there's times I do feel like that, but then there's times where it's like I'm in a room and there's like, you know, all these upbeat people that are not like us. And I feel like I don't, maybe it's just me and my brain, but I feel like they look past it for some reason. Because there's times where I forget that I look the way I look.
Facts. I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
I've had those moments.
And then it's like, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh shit, they accepted me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have those moments too. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Yeah. Sometimes like I be forgetting that I even have like
because you can't see it.
A big eye on my forehead. You know?
Bro, that is crazy.
You know?
That is crazy.
It's like, but you know, you feel it. I feel it when I go into a room and everybody's just like,
like you go into like a Publix or something.
Everything, but yeah, I get two different vibes, right? I get the judgment of like, you know, he's an ex-con, he's a criminal, he's a bad guy.
And then you get the guys that are like, that's so cool.
Yeah, so cool. He's a creative. He's an artist. You got to be doing something cool.
What do you do for a living?
Exactly. Yeah.
I get that a lot.
I get best of both.
You probably get do you do tattoos? Right.
I've gotten that. Yes.
Everywhere I go, bro. Everywhere I go.
No, but I know a guy.
Yeah. Bro, no. I feel like I get more positive than negative though. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get more positive than negative.
Honestly, bro, I don't know. I feel like I get a lot of negative. Yeah. And maybe it's the stuff that I got.
Your shit is OD though.
Yeah.
Do you want to get more? Or?
No more face tats.
Okay.
No more face tats.
At least for now.
But I'm a cover my arms. I'm gonna get some more on my legs.
Yeah.
But no more face tats. For sure.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. It's crazy because when I went back to Boston like a couple months ago, everybody was staring at me like, I'm like, why is everybody looking at me?
And you forget sometimes,
and
right?
I forget, I'm like, wait, it's my tattoos. And it's so different too, like being out here, you see a lot of people tatted up, like on the face and stuff like that. So it's more normalized too out here.
It depends
in Florida.
where you are.
Different areas you see. It's a casual thing, just like grills. It's a casual thing out here. You go some places.
There's certain states
that just like, wait.
Dude, I went to Virginia once. Some guy hired me to go out to Virginia. And when I went, he was like, oh, meet me at this restaurant so we can kind of like speak about the visual. So I fly and he flew me in and I walk into this restaurant and it's like a bunch of white people. And like old school white people. I'm talking about like where the president was born. And they all turned around, looked at me, and bro, everything got quiet. And when I walked in, I'm like, I got a picture of it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you felt that.
And bro, I was like,
instantly.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm like, I'm a good guy.
Bro, seriously, right? And that was your first time in VA?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. So I have a similar experience. My first time in Virginia, I was on tour with Justina Valentine.
Okay.
And we were in Norfolk.
I was actually in that city.
Really?
Yeah.
So I was staying at a hotel, and basically, make a long story short, the employee there was being so discriminating against me, bro. So discriminating against me. I got it on camera. Video went viral. He got fired.
Well, he didn't want to give you a room or some shit?
No, so I got the room, and basically it had to do all over yogurt, right? So literally. And this was
wait.
all over yogurt.
Indulge.
So first day I'm there, bam, checked in, everything is fine. He's not there. It's two other employees there.
Okay.
Cool, everything's cool. Got my yogurt, bam. Went to rehearsal, bam. Next day, it's the show date. I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready for sound check. So I go downstairs. I'm about to go into the room where they, have complimentary breakfast, even though it was a little over. It was like maybe 12-ish or something, like in the afternoon. So I'm like, I'm still gonna grab a yogurt because it's not that big of a deal. I did it when I checked in. They didn't say anything.
Yeah.
What's the issue now?
Like it's there. Just grab
it's
it.
there. It's like, help yourself. Like, don't say no or anything like that. So I'm like, okay. So bro, I tell you, I'm literally about to walk over to the room. I go inside the room, and the employee that's there, he's an old white guy. Like, gives you like
Think
very
about his
like,
view of the world.
Extremely old, racist white guy. And if you see the video, you'll be like, damn.
You can tell when someone's a racist.
You can tell.
Like it's alive and bro.
It's alive. It's the commentary. It's the energy.
Sucks, man.
I grabbed the yogurt. I'm about to come out the room, bro. He comes right in front of the door. Bro, he stopped. He literally stopped me right in front. He didn't let me pass him. And it was just this whole thing, and I still got my yogurt. You know what I'm saying? I went right by him, but he was just going off on this rant on like discriminating against me, like saying a lot of prison boy, like a lot of things, bro, that you would be like.
You recorded this?
I've recorded this, bro. I recorded this. Got him all on camera, just saying some mind-baffling things, and I told him, I'm like, you're gonna go viral, you're gonna lose your job. Like, he's like, no, I'm not. You think I care about this job? You think I care about you?
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna care.
That definitely did traumatize me afterwards, because he threatened me. He was like, make sure you lock your door, and I was like, damn, hold on, where am I staying now now? You know what I'm saying? First time out there, it was a little cringe experience.
I feel you.
But whatever. I did the sound check. I didn't let it ruin my day. Did the thing. Went back. Call it a night. Posted up on social media.
That shit went viral.
He got fired. The president called me at the company apologizing and all that. Yeah, bro. It was this whole thing.
Yeah, it's because like, bro, dude.
It was crazy, bro.
We might look crazy.
It was crazy.
But we're good dudes,
we
bro.
are. That's the thing.
Not everybody uses tattoos as a gang related or prison related matter.
And I hate that, because like that's the stigma we get. Like, And it's like, and that's another thing about me. It's like, are you gonna judge me, or are you going to get to know me? You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. It's like, most people do judge and assume.
Absolutely.
And
until they start talking to you,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, you actually have a conversation with this person. It's wow, he's actually an intelligent guy.
I'm huge on
creative.
On bar hopping, okay? Mm-hmm. So especially living out here in Florida, I'm from New York, but I moved out here 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I frequent at a lot of bars out here.
Okay.
And by myself. And I go and I just speak to these because, you know, in this area that I'm in, is a lot of like rich folks, right?
Yeah.
So
nice area.
I sit down and they look at me. They don't want to talk until I start having a conversation. Bro, they start spilling and just like talking to me.
Yeah,
bro. I had a conversation with a guy that was in like the army, right?
Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, I worked for the CIA and shit." He was telling me how many people he's killed.
Really?
Bro, he was showing me pictures of all this crazy shit.
He just got so comfortable.
Yes. And I asked him, I'm like, yo, I got a podcast. would you want to sit down? He was like, damn, I can't. Because legally, he can't speak about it publicly.
That's true.
He's like, yo, I don't know how you're doing it, but you're making me say shit that I never really should say.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I guess we kind of have that in us. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously. It's like, guys, if you took one thing out of this story, is never judge a book by its cover.
Never, bro. Like, we're good dudes, bro.
Yeah, that ass.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
Yeah, the world is kind of crazy, man. I mean, listen, we don't have all the answers, but we're asking the right questions in life. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And people just need to be more present, more real, more in tune with themselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like like learning about yourself is kind of like unlearning about yourself too at the same time. Oh God, damn!
You gotta run that back. Hold on, because that shit hit. That was powerful. That was a bar right there.
Yeah, it's like you kind of have to like redo yourself because
you do.
As a child, you just like taught certain things, but as an adult, you have to like relearn them things and kind of like
get your own perspective and own understanding about it. And yeah, bro. Oh my God, so true to so many levels. It's deep.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I mean, we could ramble off for days. You know what I'm saying? But the convo's been great. You know, I hope a lot of people can, you know, get some cool stuff off of this. I'm excited to see what else you got going on. What else do you have planned for the rest of your year, bro?
For the year, or just overall in general?
Just in general.
In general, man. Everything.
Yes.
I'm just tunnel vision, you know, like just just really, really walking into my soul purpose. You know, that soul calling, the reason of our existence. It's
everybody has that.
Everybody has it, bro.
You just have to find it.
You have to tune into it. You got to find it, figure out what you love to do, what speaks to your heart, what brings you joy. And that connection is the connection to your soul.
It bothers me that so many humans just work a mediocre life, you know what I'm saying? Because they're comfortable.
They settle and
but
they're
it's
comfortable.
Like, are you really happy?
Yeah,
no. You're a robot. You're going to work, going home. It's like, dude, figure the shit out.
You got to break that program.
Yeah, everybody's here for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
100%, bro. 100%. So when you find what you love to do, your calling, like that's what the energy you need to be putting behind. That's what you need to be creating and building towards. Because again, you know, we may all feel like, damn, why am I here? Or why is this happening to me? Or like, you know, like I don't know why I'm this. Why I'm that.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
You are here for a reason. Like I'm telling you, there's no mistakes.
It'll fall on your lap one day, bro, and you'll be like, run with it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the connection of just feeling it, like knowing it.
Not everybody's built to be an entrepreneur. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. We need
not everybody.
We need workers. We need workers in this world.
It takes time, and it takes certain people that has a certain a level of thinking, but to the overall of what somebody enjoys doing, they should just do it, you know, and settling for me personally, like, I don't think you should ever settle, you know, if you're just chasing money for happiness, you're not truly happy.
God. I say it all the time.
Like
because it's comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Bam, drop them bombs. Like you're really not, you know, you really got to chase what is, again, like your existence. Like, why was you born into this world? What was you brought to do? Break generational curses, overcome trauma, become the higher version of yourself, you know, break patterns and bad habits that you were doing as a younger version of yourself versus probably like, you know, who you are now. There's just so many things that like people should get into and start doing and work towards that. Like, that's just, you know, that's just like my view. And
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like living life is all about like healing and like taking accountability for shit that you've done in the past and growing, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And yo, bro, I advise people to build your own business. Because the luxury of time is more than money, bro.
Facts.
Like the fact that I've been an entrepreneur for pretty much my whole life, because I worked with my dad, but it didn't feel like I had a regular job.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was
like
my dad's job. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was my business at that point. I just can't. I don't know, dude. It's like working for somebody else is just crazy. It's a waste of time. Because they could fire you like this.
And that's the thing. Like people are so settled and comfortable of like, 401k or like all the
I get it.
All the luxuries that come with the benefits of a job. And me too, I get it. I understand it. But the reality behind it, it's an illusion, because fast forward when you're 70 and 80 and the government is like, you thought, then reality hits and it's like, they never cared about me from the jump. I was just another employee. I was just another robot.
I mean, if you're smart
in that sense,
when you're making your money, save on your own
and invest. And like people need to invest. Like if you're working for a job, nothing wrong with working a job.
Nothing wrong.
Thing.
Listen. I get a bad stigma because I got a crazy mouth. But I'm not mad at the 9 to 5.
Not at all. Like
get your money.
Get your money. But if you want to be a success, if you want to be wealthy, like you want to be like another level, like Robert Kiyosaki, you want to be like these wealthy people that's going to pass it down from generation to generation to generation to generation. You have to build that, and that comes with a business, you know. But for the 9 to 5 people, do your thing, get your money, get your money. You know what I'm saying? But then invest it to something that you know is going to make you more money.
Yeah,
and that's the whole
forever,
method.
You know
you don't want to do it forever, because when you're 80, you're not going to be able to really be doing construction or doing anything else that you can do at a young age. You know, so you guys,
listen,
really. You know what I'm saying?
Whether you're out building your own thing, healing from your past, or just trying to figure life out day by day. You know what I'm saying? Just know you're not alone in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in here in this world trying to figure it out, especially now that a lot more people are woke than back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Especially with social media and the internet.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that a lot more people are more woke. But we're here. We're all here together, and as long as we give out this positive energy, and the thing is that you got to control the world around you in your vicinity.
Yeah.
If you spread out your positivity, at least you can control what's around you.
100%.
Fuck the world.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the beauty of it. Any person you come across, you give them your light and love, and they feel it instantly. It's crazy because a lot of people, they try to control what's not in their control. And it drives them crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it drives them insane. Yeah. And they get mad, and it messes with their mental health.
Are you ever upset?
No, not no more. No.
Bro, me neither, bro. People be like, yo, why are you never upset?
It's never need to get to that point.
Bro, I don't take shit serious.
Yeah, me neither.
I love life, and I love the people around me.
Yeah, man.
And,
walking in gratitude, bro, and just giving light and love, bro.
That serious.
It's not, man.
Bro, my fiance is always like, bro, we can get into a car accident, and I'll be smiling like, yo, listen, we'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of getting out and arguing? And it's
if you guys are still there, you can replace the car, but you can't replace yourself.
Fuck the car, yes.
You know,
fuck the car.
That's the beauty of that, the mindset.
You learn that as far, I mean, people have to just be more open-minded of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Just like with life. When I went to Africa, I was I flew out to Africa 2 years ago.
Oh wow!
And I shot 3 music videos out there, but I ended up meeting some natives. And bro, they got to the point where they were telling me that they know how to control the weather, bro. It was weird, bro. Yeah. But it was like they're so in tune with the earth that it's like it opened my mind up to like, yo, us out here in America, we're so brainwashed and like the social media and the TV and the music. It's like we're so distracted by how strong our brain really is.
Bro, we're so powerful. Oh, so that just reminded me, right? So, that movie Matilda?
Yes!
So hold on.
I was just talking about that in my last podcast.
So that movie Matilda, I literally, bro, just watched it the other day. Right?
Fuck yeah.
And I watched it growing up, right? Yeah. But it's different when you watch something growing up and then as an adult.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
what did it give you now?
So reading what the movie was about, it's crazy. Reading what the movie was about and watching it again, the movie basically tells you it's about a young girl who tunes in with herself and her internal, really educates herself on reading all these books. And what she was able to do was use 100% of her brain.
Yes.
Now, most human beings don't use 100% of their brains.
Because we're so swiping up and down.
Distracted. Everything is a program. And she was able to tap into her powers, her magical powers, by using 100% of her brain.
Crazy.
And that's the power of us being the spiritual beings that we are. We are so powerful that we really, we're the creators of our reality. You know, we really control what comes, what goes, what happens, what don't happen. And it's just so powerful and deep to so many levels. But that just...
Would you ever want to go to like the top of like a mountain and like meditate with some monks?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be down.
I'm down with you.
I'll be down.
All right, I'm down.
Hey.
Because those motherfuckers know shit. They know shit that we don't.
I'm telling
you.
Like
they could like levitate type shit, bro.
It's so deep, but yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like they literally sit there for years and just study shit that we don't know.
Yeah, bro. It's so deep to so many levels that there was also this study, and there's so many things that I could say, but there was this one study. It's called Telepathy. It's this like podcast, and basically this girl, what she was doing these like tests on special ed kids. Like there was a kid that had autism, and what she was doing was, I guess the parent had reached out to her because the child that had autism was able to read her mom's mind. And what she did was like she set up these cameras and she did this experimental thing where she had the kid that had autism in one room and her mom was in the other room.
No.
And she was writing everything down what her mom was thinking. And bro, it was just like the stories that you hear, it's like, wait, what?
But I'm saying, like, our brain could do a lot more than we think it can.
1,000%, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Really,
we are powerful.
Imagine staying away from social media for 5 years.
Have a detox and just...
Oh, God, I wish I could do that, but it's like my business. I need that money.
We can't stop. We gotta keep the hustle. We gotta keep the grind.
But
we gotta have a balance.
Listen.
We have a balance.
When I'm old, right? When I'm very old and I'm done, and I'm like, I'll take my crown off and give it to the next man.
Yeah.
I really do want to spiritually just be somewhere detached from social media, detached from just the internet, and
bro.
Like I want to throw this motherfucker in the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro.
But right now we're living life.
That's it.
And we're having a good time, and
one life, live it to the fullest.
And we try our best with our platforms to spread. A lot of people definitely know me for just the wild shit that I say and jokes, and but I do like to sit down with people that can give some people some insight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and just kind of like think besides what they're taught. You know what I'm saying?
It's really so important for people to tune into that consciousness.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
But well, listen, man, until next time, protect your energy. Think for yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
Move with love. And my man, this has been a great convo. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you for coming out. Me. Of course. It's all love, man.
And we'll definitely do it again sometime in the future.
We got to.
My man, Joshua October. You're ready.
October.
Yo, let them know where they can find you, by the way.
Yeah, man. You guys check me out on Instagram, Joshua_October.
Yes.
Every platform, Facebook, Joshua October. Check out my company, vampmgmt.com. And you can, find us on Instagram as well, vamp_entertainment.
Let's get it.
Woo! Yeah.
God dang it.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, let me, Lamonte, you been texting me, bro?
Where is he?
Yeah, I was like,
you should have walked in, bro. Like, what the fuck?
He got locked outside. Like,
he's locked outside?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You could have opened the door for him.